We are so happy you're here. We have had a blast coming along with you and being on this journey, a journey into a closer, more intimate version of you. When we go in and we stop that digestion and we allow the body to go after those issues that are a little bit deeper, we even go a little bit deeper in here and we start to be able to observe those thoughts that start trickling through. And as long as we're able just to sit back and relax and go, okay, body, mind, I'm here, I'm observing you. I'm going to lovingly accept you no matter what's going on. I'm not going to judge my mind. I'm not going to judge myself. I am here to get a closer connection with me, and it's okay. Anything that the body presents or the mind presents, we're going to go, okay, we're going to observe it, we're going to learn it, and we're going to, if it's just a turd floating down the river, we're just going to let it float on by and we're not going to worry about it. So Lorraine is out here with me. And so Lorraine, what do you have to say? What an exciting journey this has been.
No kidding. When you can do this advanced water fast with the nutraceuticals, your body is being supported. Your body is being supported. Your mind is being supported. Your energy is being supported, and you get better connection with your body, your mind, your spirit. You get downloads. At least I know I do. That's when we start cleaning house, it's kind of a feng shui thing, right? You get things all tidied up and things moved out that shouldn't be there. Now you've got clearance for all the good stuff to come in. And that's the way I look at this. It has always brought me more great information and better feeling. Always, always, every single one. And I'd have to say every single one that I did, it was different. It was a different thing. And that's because, our body is so intricate. And I'm going to say complicated so that we don't have to be complicated. All we have to do is do the water fast and give the body what it needs to help support through the water fast. It makes such a world of difference. Such a world of difference. So I'm just going to bring up the slideshow.
Sure. So yeah, we're here to check in with everybody. How did things go? We'll just give Lorraine a minute to do her clicking in the background. The next water fast, just to let you know, August 7th is going to be the preparation video, where if you're brand new, you're going to really hone in on that perfect day diet. The 21st will be the kickoff of August. And then we've got our Q&As during day 3, day 6, 23rd of August, 26th of August. And then the same thing as today, our celebration and wrap up on August 28th.
Yeah, it's taking me a little bit because guess what? They've changed something on here. It's not the same click.
No worries, no worries. And team out there, when we are going to give you gold stars, we're going to get our tech team on there so that when someone earns some gold stars or they comment or they're saying, "Hey, I'm with you," that we can mention you and we can fill the screen with gold stars. So how exciting is that? So I'm going to have to log on to Facebook here so that we can check in with people.
Oh, what am I sharing there?
Almost there. Whoop, someone's got it on. Getting a little feedback from the live show there. So who out there was even just thinking about participating? Here we are, 6-day advanced water fast, self-love and self-care. All right, Lorraine, you kick it off, my sweet.
Okay, so congratulations. You guys did it. Give yourself a pat on the back. It is celebration day. And like Sandra said, we want to get some gold stars going through so that it is a celebration, maybe some fireworks or something, let's do this right. So just a little bit of stuff we have to get through here first. So, of course, we want to talk about the 5-star healing and training retreat worldwide, where you can go and you can get a hold of Dr. Daryl Wolf, and we will personalize your retreat, whatever that looks like for you. So whether you want to do an advanced water fast or you want to learn about the protocol on how to start that perfect day protocol, or maybe you're coming because you want to heal from something, so you want to use the energy medicine and get some non-surgical, or maybe you want to get trained. These are all the things that we can do at the 5-star healing and training retreat in Ixtapa, Mexico. And it is a gorgeous place. Whether you're going there to heal or whether you're going there to play, whatever you decide, that's what we're going to do for you.
I think it'd be a fabulous place to take a team, right? If you've got a team and you're working and you need a retreat, I would sign up and take my team down there to do a retreat, do a juice fast, have access to the beach, have access to the energy medicine. And as long as there's a master practitioner around, schedule in some treatments. I think that'd be a fabulous idea.
Exactly. And then we've got Dr. Sage Wolf. He's going to be in Toronto, Ontario from July the 22nd, which is a Monday, until August the 4th, which is a Sunday. And I believe he said he had a few more appointments available, so you can give him a direct call if you wanted to get treatment, or if you were interested in thermography, cell sonic, and a consult. You can call him directly at 1-250-801-5673 to book that. And Rafa, oh look, it's not coming up.
All right, so the Australian lectures, Heal Yourself and Heal Your Family. Sydney, Thursday, July 18th in the evening, A Day with a Doc in Melbourne, Sunday, June 21st, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Brisbane in the evening, Saturday, July 27th. I'm going to move to the next one.
There we go.
Byron Bay, A Day with a Doc, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. And then Coffs Harbour, an evening lecture, Heal Yourself, Heal Your Family, July 31st. So a jam-packed cross-country marathon Dr. Daryl Wolf signed himself up for.
And then we have the courses that are still remaining. We start the Pelvic Restoration and Disease Prevention Masterclass here in Stuart, Florida on Friday. And we're pretty much packed now. Thank you so much for everybody who has hopped in last minute. You are making our light shine even brighter, and your light shine even brighter. And then we're in Coffs Harbour with the Whole Life Coach, August the 7th to August 15th. Wolf Non-Surgical, August 17th to August 28th. And the Pelvic Restoration and Disease Prevention Masterclass for women only, August 30th to September 1st. And then after that, we are having our last hurrah for the year in Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, Mexico. The Whole Life Coach starts October the 9th and runs through October the 17th. And then the Wolf Non-Surgical, October the 19th to October 31st, and then the Pelvic Restoration, November 1st to November 3rd. And you can find more information about the courses, the times, the dates, and to register by going to braveheartnation.com or bhnuniversity.com. And then we have our app. So the BHN app. Right now, we are in beta testing, and we are actually looking for people to put more eyes and ideas out there. Sign up as one of our beta testers and go through the app and click as much things as can be clicked, and let us know what you love, what's not working, what could be better. All the eyes and the ideas, we need them. So if you're a Braveheart and you're interested in doing something like this for us, hop on board. It is bhnapp.com.
Exactly. And just know, everybody, it just is not perfect yet. So when we ask you to come in as a beta tester, you're checking everything out to make sure we can get it perfected for that launch. All right. So we want to chat about the Ultimate Coffee Enema, because this is a very important part of the fast. And we know that some people are very cautious and trepidatious about doing this. It has definitely become something fun that both Lorraine and I love doing it. Both Lorraine and I love teaching it. And as Lorraine says, we need to be playful with it. So the way I like saying it is, this is helping your exit pathway out. We need to get things moving along better. That is kind of the secondary benefit, though. The very first and most important benefit is what it's doing for the liver, and holding the humic and fulvic inside, and along with the coffee inside the liver, allowing your blood to be filtered through that to really help the liver be able to function better. And I always talk about the large intestine too, and it is the secondary benefit. But for people that are simply focused on taking everything in to detox their body, and yet the lower end has no ability to pass the proper amount of stool. And so for me, I think it's just cool, or really critical, to help. Literally, let's just get it cleaned out. Let's just get things moving a little bit better. It's like a plug in a sense, right? So even though that's a secondary benefit, I think it's very important when people are in the very, very beginning. Today, we're talking about the advanced water fast. And this is a very important part of doing your water fast, because it's another opportunity to get that humic and fulvic in. The liver is, if you think it was stressed before, now we've stopped digestion. All your body is doing is detoxing. So we had better be doing the Ultimate Coffee Enema on that fast, because that is all you're doing is detoxing. So if the liver didn't need help before, holy smokes, she needs help now. So let's be brave, right? We are brave hearts. Let's be brave. Let's get it all set up. Let's figure out how to hook everything up, and I hang it on a belt and do a few little things like that. And let's line the bathtub, or if you have a large enough shower stall, line it with some towels that are okay if you get a little bit of duty coming out, right? Let's just realize that you are going to soil a couple of things up, and it's going to be totally fine. I keep older clothing on top because I don't want to feel too cold. And I know Lorraine says she just does it completely the buff. So, brave.
I know I can shower off after. Whatever happens, happens. And I'm going to be okay with it.
Yeah, that's great, love. Yeah. So we just want to hear from you guys. Who's out there and who dove into the Ultimate Coffee Enema? And we've...
You know what?
Go ahead, love.
Did you have any aha moments? How did you feel afterwards? Was there any questions that came up while you're doing it? Like, oh, I'm not sure about this part,
That's fabulous. We've got some people coming in. We've got a handful of people watching. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Penny. All you brave hearts out there. Thanks for cheering us on. So yeah, let's keep rolling then.
Okay, so we'll go on to the next slide. And that is the vaginal or rectal infusion. So any gentlemen that were doing the water fast, that rectal infusion it's gonna benefit. And obviously, well, maybe not obviously, but you should be doing the ultimate coffee enema before you do a rectal infusion so that you've given it some room to get in there and actually do the work that it's going to do. If it's all clogged up, it's not going to get too far and probably most will come out. So hopefully, we had some gentlemen who were doing the advanced water fast, and they can chime in on how that was working for them. And of course, you women, we have the benefit. We can do it vaginally and rectally. And can you do it at the same time? I know I was chatting with a lady, and she was in a bit of a condition, and she was doing both at the same. She'd put one in and then she'd put the other in. And of course, she had already done her ultimate coffee enema. And she was ecstatic on how she was feeling. So if you had any issues in the large intestine, the rectum, maybe polyps, maybe fistulas, stuff like that, you would want to be doing this because this is what's going to support the tissues. It's going to help to detoxify and nourish the tissues so the tissues can have that better health and start to get toned and stronger. So, this is such, it's very intimate, but it's so powerful. When we can be doing these nutraceuticals from the bottom up, they work 65% better than taking them from the top down. Because top down, it has to go through digestion, and anything going through digestion loses some of its efficacy. So we want to be doing things, and the problem is in the pelvic area. So why not? I mean, this is where the problem starts. So let's get there and get a good solution starting so that that area can get healthy. Right, Sandra? Do you want to add anything?
I sure do. I think, you know what, in the very beginning, I was a person who had not passed stool very well for a very long time. And so once I had taken some of the courses with Daryl, he talked about, do you believe it was fissure? I do believe, because when you mentioned the lady doing the vaginal infusion and the rectum at the same time, just think about the location of that, everybody, right? Your vagina's here, your rectum's right there. I know this might gross some of you out, so a little, gross warning here. I had a little opening between the two, right? So I think if I had known, or I had been brave enough to do a vaginal infusion, ultimate coffee enema first, clear everything out, vaginal infusion and rectal infusion at the same time, how quickly would that little have opening between those two areas healed up? Really fast. So yes, it's a little bit nasty, but honestly, I think, ladies or anyone here that's interested in improving their health, we got to get real. We got to be okay with having some of these little gross conversations, right? If your private area does not smell very good when you go to the bathroom and you wipe, maybe, we need to know what it smells like, and during, when you do your belly button therapy, maybe we need to be brave enough to take our finger and to investigate the vagina. We need to know what those tissues feel like, right? So I think I really love the idea of putting them both in at the same time, heal up that little opening. So ladies, if you know that you're kind of smelly down there, then let's take some massive personal action. And like Lorraine said, putting everything through the digestive tract, thinking that we're going to help the bottom end, well, good luck. And keep doing it, and you're going to have to do it long and strong and hard for years. Let's just take advantage of the fact that we can be putting things in to clean out that exact area. Let's get those nutrients in. Let's get that life-saving humic and fulvic into those areas so that then the body can go, oh, I recognize this stuff. This stuff shouldn't be here. So then the body is woken up and knows, and it has the components to pull things back out.
Yeah. And for gentlemen, just get over it. I talk to gentlemen and they are more hesitant than women. There's a few that I have and they're on it, but generally they've got a serious condition. And let's not wait till it's a serious condition. If you are constipated, guess what? You've got trouble in the pelvic area. So let's just do it. Let's just get over it. Get over yourself and start doing these, because you will not regret it. There's absolutely no way that you're going to, and it's not making you less of a man. Matter of fact, a woman would think, oh my gosh, I want to be with a guy like that. A guy that's okay taking care of what needs to be taken care of in his body. And I do mean in his body, right? So if there's anyone who was doing the vaginal infusions or rectal infusions, if you want to, give us some comments. People like to hear success stories. And even if you hesitated to do it and you struggled with it and then you did it, and the results, people like to be reassured that they're not going to die.
I've had the privilege of working with a gentleman from the UK, and actually he was a Greek Cypriot, and if he's out there watching a recording, he'll feel good. I kind of gave him a little bit of a challenge. I thought, I just wonder. So I just gave him a bit of a challenge. I said, I work with guys all the time and they won't do the enema and they need to. Well, he just took that challenge on and dove right in. But then also, just when you said, hey, men, we need to be willing to put that rectal infusion in, and you're not going to be less of a man. Do you know when I educated him about when there's problems down there and you cannot perform or function or this or that, this teaching him the logic of having those tissues be in better condition will mean you can function better as a man in a sexual way. He was all over it. And so I think sometimes it's just this North American way that we have told it, don't think about it, don't talk about it, and then as Daryl says, where do we hide our traumas and dramas? But in our SHIT, right? So it was a real lesson to meet with a gentleman from a different point of view that said, if I can make sure that my gentlemanly parts can function better, I will do it. And so he really loved it.
Yeah, everything from enlarged prostate, like I mentioned, fistulas, anything going on, and incontinence for men. Like, really, let's get over it and let's just do it. And even women, in the pelvic restoration and disease prevention, we talk a lot about the vaginal infusion. And the women who actually start doing these things and go home to their gentlemen are pleasantly surprised on how aroused they will get, how much more quicker things happen. And like, it's just amazing. It's just amazing. So it benefits both parties when you start doing these.
Okay, wonderful. So lovely, Michelle Tufton. Hello, Michelle. She's a wonderful master practitioner out there. For clarity purposes, the iodine first, then the vaginal infusion 5 minutes later, correct? Absolutely, love. You want to do that iodine soak first, and it'll absorb in pretty quick. And then, give yourself 5 minutes and then proceed with your vaginal infusion.
Yeah. It's not like you got to empty it out or anything in between. You don't. And for sure, if you've got one, using a vaginal vibrator or a rectal vibrator, and, for men, using that rectal vibrator is going to help to break up some of the calcification too. The crystallization in scar tissue, because it's going in there and it's moving.
Wonderful. Well, we've got more and more master practitioners popping in and watching. Hello to everybody. Jacqueline, or Jackie, pardon me, adds, I added in, and I'm going to assume she's talking the ultimate coffee enema, but maybe not. Jackie says, I added in pumpkin seeds and goji berries. BMs improved. So Jacqueline, why don't you just comment again? Where exactly did you put the pumpkin seeds and the goji berries? Was that simply in your food? We'd like just a little bit of clarification there.
Yeah. Yeah, we're all getting a visual here and we're not sure. Yeah, so I'm going to go on to the next slide. Yeah. Okay, and then the therapeutic vomiting. Another good tool, especially when you're doing that advanced water fast. How many times have you swallowed something that you could not digest? And these are words or situations or it, well, yeah, words and situations. It's more about how you felt about it than anything else. And then it goes down into the stomach and it gets in lockdown because we hide all of our emotions deep down inside. So the therapeutic vomiting is going to help you release all the stuff that's in lockdown down there. And, I'd like to again ask, was there anybody who did the therapeutic vomiting? And, what were the aha moments? Did you have any questions about it? Anything like that. This is your opportunity to either share your knowledge on what happened or, ask the questions on what you needed answered. And then, of course, by now you did your 1 to 2. So if you did 6 days on the water fast, then you did 3 days of transitioning into the perfect day intermittent fasting. So you would have done things like veggie broth, bone broth, celery juice, and maybe on that 3rd day, introduced one smoothie.
And very key to be patient with your body. I know the first couple of times I did a fast and I was not patient enough with my body. And then, it was like, hello, thanks for putting too many things in here. My digestion's not going again, Sandra. Why are you putting heavy things in? It wasn't the smart thing to do. I put all that effort in and then I started putting in too heavy of a food right away. And, not even being patient enough just to do the smoothie. So definitely take care of that body. It's gone to, the Olympic zone here for you. And now you're not going to respect coming off of the fast. So let's not do that, right?
Yeah. And I do remember I made my own veggie broth and I let it simmer for quite some time to make sure I had all the goodness out of it. And when I started the veggie broth, like I would say maybe an hour later, I had diarrhea and it lasted all day, but I was sipping on the veggie broth. And then I talked to Daryl and he said, it's because your veggie broth was too strong. So even that, if you started back on something, you introduce something and you're having diarrhea, it's a sign that your body's not ready for something that strong, like what Sandra said. So even be careful with the liquids that you're putting in. And again, it's not like you're guzzling down 2 cups of veggie broth right now. No, you're sipping on it because this is being gentle with your body. It's not, we're not at the races here. We're really going to be so kind and so loving because your body's digestion has been shut down, right? So we want to acknowledge that and stroke it very gently as we introduce things. And another thing you could be using in those 3 days is the coconut water. And I'm with Daryl. He said he loves the coconut water right from the coconut. It is not the same as what you can buy in the grocery store. It just is not. So if you're around some place tropical, there you go. Or maybe you're fine with the coconut water that you get from the store.
Yeah, but definitely a part of Mexico that I miss was the jungle juice, the juicing that we did for ourselves, and the coconut water. All
Yeah.
right.
And then we've got the watermelons up here. So the watermelons, anybody who was uh, who did a water fast and was underweight, you would have needed to do the watermelons while you're on the water fast. So you would take watermelon and you could put it in a blender and make kind of like a watermelon slushy kind of thing. Um, and not that it's frozen, because it's not, but it still have the fiber and everything in there. You probably want to take the seeds out, but other than that, it's going to give your body that natural sugar so your body wouldn't be pulling from your muscles so you don't get the muscle wasting. Yes, you need to be doing the SON formula. Yes, you need to be doing the IGF-1 300,000. But other than that, the watermelon is going to help support somebody who is underweight doing the advanced water fast. Any comments, Sandra?
No, even just but on a regular basis, so even when you're not fasting, you're underweight. That should be a part of your everyday, so that you can use that time where you should be intermittent fasting, but that's maybe a little bit too long for your body. Use the watermelon in the mornings, so that you're not going to food too fast, but you're still getting nutrients in.
And then, of course, tomorrow you would be, is that right? Tomorrow, yes. Tomorrow you would be starting with the 4 pillars of the perfect day. So the pillar number 1 is the whole plant-based keto diet, and it is intermittent fasting. And then the second pillar is the high vibrational or high frequency nutraceuticals. And then the exercises, again, you're just coming off a water fast. So you want to take things really gentle and really slow. So if you're not up to doing, your regular exercise routine, keep to doing the stretches and the squats and just really gentle movement. Maybe going out for a walk or swimming. Actually, walks and swimming while you're on the advanced water fast are really good too. And then, of course, pillar number 4, the emotional balance. So the Braveheart emotional work. And really, you should be doing that right through the advanced water fast. It is going to help you connect body, mind, and spirit. And that is one of the profound things that I have found every single time that I did an advanced water fast. Any comments?
Yeah, no, absolutely. You're going to be getting a closer eye view and what's going through that mind. And then considering just back to pillar number 3, why don't you do some nice gentle belly button therapy? Why don't you lay down in bed and really check things out? How are things feeling different now that you're coming off of that fast? Check things out. I think I call it the checking in with my body when I do my belly button therapy and seeing how things feel. Those blocks that were there before are most likely smaller. So just check in with yourself.
Yeah, that actually the belly button therapy is an amazing tool for us to feel where there are those things like a fibroid or a tumor or whatever we're working on, right? And then like Sandra said, going in afterwards. I mean, you should be doing a little bit of belly button before you do the ultimate coffee enema. That's going to help things move a little bit better. But yeah, and it puts the body into the parasympathetic nervous system. So then you're more at ease doing the ultimate coffee enema. But yeah, that it is a good way to feel what has changed in that area.
Michelle's commenting the emotional work is an ongoing process. To me, this is the difference between every other program and this program. And there is a lot more differences. I'm probably misspeaking a little bit. But it is this emotional acceptance and love, this the 12 loving steps is what's going to allow you to take your life to a new level. If we can't start to love ourselves more and forgive ourselves more, those are the first two steps to being able to get into that full Braveheart oath. So it is, to me, it's the reason why I'm here. I realized that everyone had been telling me, everyone in my whole world had been telling me, Lorraine, Sandra, you're so hard on yourself. Sandra, you're so hard on yourself. And I thought, well, I don't know who else is supposed to kick my own butt if da 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 da, right? I really believed on being hard ass on myself. And so, yeah, it is. It is why I'm here, is to learn to love myself and learn to don't let myself sit and be complacent, to keep pushing myself. Now I can do it in a loving way instead of in a hard way.
Exactly, exactly. And everything should be dipped in that heart and come out with love. It just should. It just should. Absolutely everything. So it is a new way of thinking. Now, a lot of people, I know for myself, I had done a lot of personal development before I even met Dr. Wolf, but nothing stuck. Like I did it for a short period of time and then back to normal, right? This is the first one that stuck because I understood it. Change is from the inside out. It's not me looking for someone else to change me. That never works. That never works. It's always an inside job.
Or looking for the next concept and the next idea. I mean, we always need to be in a student position, but when we learn that we can actually go in and we can actually start to observe ourselves because we've now loving and forgiving ourselves more, now we can move into that observer position. This opens up your whole life, in my opinion.
It does. It does. You become your authentic self. That's what you become. You become that person that you knew you always were. And, you get to shine that light and people just see it. They see the difference in you, and then they start asking questions. You don't even have to say, hey, this is what you should do. No, they're going to be knocking on your door because you are shining so bright. They need sunglasses to take a good look.
Absolutely. Yeah. I've just moved into a new place and it's a shared rental. And it was like, man, Sandra, you're always happy. And don't get me wrong, guys, I am not a fake bubbly blah, blah person. I'm just steady and calm and people appreciate that presence. So it makes me feel good. So yeah, well, I'm a brave heart. And I'll teach them over time. I'll teach them and see if they pick up on any, see if they want to learn any more. Lay the breadcrumbs out. And if they answer, then I will keep explaining.
Exactly. And that's all we can do is be that shining light and let people come to us if that's what they want. I mean, you can throw the seeds out there, like Sandra said, throw the breadcrumbs so they can follow, but don't have any expectations because really, that's not our job. That's not our job to make anyone change. You become the terrorist when you go in to make somebody else change because it's an inside job. Always has been, always will be. If you want change, you're going to do it yourself. Nobody else is going to do it for you. And
Michelle, right there with us, we have an inner standing now. Exactly. Michelle, you got her.
Yeah. Yeah. So tomorrow would be the day that you could start doing your daily cleansing tea. Yeah, I mean, daily cleansing tea is something that you could have been doing throughout your water fast. It does spur on your digestion a little bit, but if you're so blocked up that you need it, then you're going to do what you need to do. But tomorrow would be a day to definitely start it because tomorrow you're going to be introducing the intermittent fasting, the perfect day protocol. And then you'll be able to use the black gold, which again supports the digestive tract. It helps to balance your hormones. It'll help to balance weight, your metabolism. It gets rid of viruses, bad bacteria, fungus, and parasites. So again, it's just going to enhance everything that you've just done on the advanced water fast. And we are just about at the end here, Sandra. So
That's right. What an adventure, helping people learn to fly, to first love yourself. That's the reason why I'm here, Lorraine. I know you're here for lots of other reasons, but working in the health industry is not something that I seen in my future. But as soon as I seen Daryl, it was a podcast. I'm going to forget the name now. And the question that they asked everybody was, do you believe that there has to be a measure of faith for healing and health to be true and long lasting? And Daryl came on, and that he was from Canada, which was the only reason why I was watching. I thought, oh, there's a natural health guy from Canada. So I watched that episode, and he said, yes, I believe there has to be a measure of faith, but if I can take it a step further, you need to really understand the role of loving yourself. You need to understand the role of the subconscious brain and how it has been in charge. And we need to understand how to gently take that control back and learn to love ourselves more and set ourselves free. And I remember, Lorraine, I had what I called a grandpa chair, those big armchairs that are just big and fluffy. I was sitting on the edge of my rocking chair, my grandpa chair, going, this. If I actually don't love myself, and I knew right then life would be different from then on. And so then I just started searching him out wherever I could find him, and went to a personal treatment and training myself in Kelowna, BC. And then by the following November, so then probably a full year after that, I showed up for the course the first time. So what an adventure life has been ever since hearing Daryl on a webinar, probably 2018, probably fall of 2018.
Yeah. I know the first class that I went to, and I saw him first on The Truth About Cancer, and I did the same thing. Here's a Canadian naturopath, and he's not that far from where I am. And I like what he's saying. So then I started following him, and then I jumped in full force and took the entire, the whole life coach, the Wolf Non-Surgical. And the first day, he asked who you are, where you're from, and why did you come? And my response to why I came was, I want more. That's all. I couldn't put my finger on what that was, but it was the self-love. That's what it was. I didn't know what that was, but there was something very intricate and needed that I didn't have. And that's what it was. It was that self-love. You start changing, you start taking the baby steps in the right direction to first love yourself. And it is all laid out so beautifully in the 12 loving steps. So the Braveheart 12 loving steps, if you haven't gone through it, go through it. And then the 4 pillars are what you need to be doing on a daily basis. The Lionheart breathing, the Love Band, Life Band, the mirror work with the Braveheart Oath. And then if you're a couple, the couples connection. If you're not a couple, maybe it's mother-daughter, or maybe friend-friend, or, maybe you're single and you're a loner, then just the mirror work and talking to yourself and loving yourself and connecting to that breath and slowing it down. Like all these things count. All these things count.
I remember, I don't think it was my first course, but it was probably my second one. And they had a couple doing the connection in the room. And I remember just sort of laying down in behind everybody, closing my eyes and just pretending like I was looking into myself. And then after it was over with, they were, I think it might have even been Tara and Tim that did it in front of the class. They were brave enough. And I kind of sat up and everyone looked at me and went, oh, were you sleeping? I went, no, I did the connection with myself. I think I'm just going to go for a walk now. I don't want to be around anybody. I was so intensely in love with myself just from taking their vibe and then just picturing myself, so it was almost like doing my own little mirror work because I was imagining it, but it was very powerful to do the personal connection as well.
Yeah, when you can really look into your own eyes and see that beautiful soul in there and let her or him free, and say, guess what? I apologize for having you in lockdown. I really, truly do love you, you know, and yeah. So together we are stronger, and I see it all the time when we're helping out with the courses or teaching a course. When there is a group of people together doing the same thing, that vibration rises, and everybody gets the benefit of it.
Yeah, we can come together here online, and that's exactly what we're doing and why we enjoy coming out here to meet with everybody. And also, if you've got a chance to attend a lecture and just to meet new friends and meet new people, if that's your first step, then go ahead because people create communities at these lectures. And then once you've been there and you've met Dr. Darrell Wolfe in live, you know how many people sign up for the course once they've met him in person and in flesh, and it's not just a bobblehead on a screen, right? People sign up. So take that step, reach out, find a new community of people, because lots of people sign up for the courses once they've been there at the lectures. It is absolutely amazing. So what else can we talk about? Let's talk about the band work, right? Let's talk about the 3-2-1. We've got this. It is like a hug. It's like once you realize the purpose of it and your body feels this on your body, this is like you're hugging yourself. When you realize that you're doing something a little bit negative and you're going back through a program, then you grab the band and you go, no, 3-2-1. No, Sandra, that's an old program. I'm not going to do that anymore. That's brought you into the present moment, and that is helping to deal with that subconscious brain. What we were talking about when that first webinar that I watched of Darrell's. So all these things are simple and easy, but they are very profound to do. So Bravehearts, we loved being out here with you. Lute, hello, Lute. Here's our friend from the. Do believe I'm going to go blank now, but she's just north of the UK. She's she's a mainlander. Lute, yeah, we got to meet each other. We did a consultation, and then we got to meet each other in Mexico last January, and Lorraine got to meet Lute as well. Happy to see you here, Lute. We're just about to wrap up, love, so you'll have to catch the replay. But Lorraine, who read out the Braveheart Oath last time? Do you want to do it this time?
Sure, I'll read it out. So,
Okay.
so we are going to end with the Braveheart Oath, which for me was the most profound thing I could have done to bring that self-love in. So what you want to be doing is get yourself a full-length mirror. And then you're going to take the sides of the mirror and hold that mirror as if you're holding the most precious gift you've been given, because it really is. Most people can tell me they love who they are. Some people can tell me they love what they do. But if you have a condition, you are not loving this body. And that's what we're talking about, coming back to really loving and supporting this beautiful vehicle that we get to use this time around. So, and then looking into your eyes and really bringing up as much passion and emotion that you can muster up. Women, if you've had a baby, this is what I kind of think about. I need to be loving this body as if I am loving that beautiful baby that I just gave birth to. That feeling, that's what we need to have for ourselves. And men, same thing. When you got to hold that baby, I know your heart went out to that baby. And if you've got puppies or cats or animals or something, really dear and near to you, that's what you need to feel for this body. So I'm going to read the Braveheart Oath. I am love. I am healed. I am Braveheart. Today and every day, from the moment I rise until I gently close my eyes, I will always trust, honor, respect, protect, forgive, and totally love myself first and foremost before anyone else or anything else. So help me God, because I am, I can, I am love, I am healed, I am Braveheart. Thank you for showing up, Bravehearts. We've got this. Love
Three,
you.
two, one, we've got this.